And straight after that, we've got Poppy. If you haven't seen Poppy's channel, go and check him out too. He's good for a chat, he's fun, and he makes cool stuff. And straight after that, we've got Poppy. If you haven't seen Poppy's channel, go and check him out too. He's good for a chat, he's fun, and he makes cool stuff.
Hey gang, Poppy here. This is a product review. So therefore, I'm claiming fair use when I show you the page out of the catalog I bought this item from. That's the only reason I'm showing you the page in this catalog, is to show you the item in the catalog. Okay? Alright. Now, you see that? There. That's a picture of it. You see, it's a vise. It's the 4-inch. It's stock number 82577. $99.95. I bought it with money given to me by the federal government, by the fact that I didn't get coronavirus yet and could use some money, and I would spend it. I've been spending my money at Micromark and McMaster and Shars and where else? There's another place. Oh yeah, American Science and Surplus. Those are the 4 places I've been spending money, this COVID money. Okay, now, you saw, here, catalog. Okay, you saw in the catalog that this is originally sold with a steel base plate here with 4 T-nut slots intended for, I'm pretty sure, your Chinese mini mill. Well, I have a shear line mill. It's an inch wider than the table on my mill, but I decided I needed that. Now, it's a nice unit. Made from 3 pieces of bar stock, which they machined and heat treated. Another piece of stock, which they made the sliding adjuster to tighten the moving jaw, and a piece of bar stock for the anyway, the adjusting screw is made out of steel bar stock. It has a dowel pin supporting the spring that pushes the adjusting bar back when you slack off on the screw. Come on, baby. Okay. The jaws, both the stationary and the moving, have been heat treated, and they are surface ground. The reason I can tell they're heat treated is look at the fire scale. They didn't need to be surface ground on those surfaces. The bottom of this part is surface ground, but it's not hardened. I know that for a fact. I machined through it. And his surface grinder finish is high school machine shop, first semester, freshman year, surface grind. Okay, now this surface here has a skin of hardened steel. Yeah, some call it case hardening. And the grinding is much nicer. It's as nice as the jaws. Okay. Roll pin here. I mean, not a roll pin, a dowel pin holding this little finger that catches the adjuster bar, which is pushed by the screw. You know, standard parts. What I did, you see those 4 holes? You see they go all the way through. I put the 1032 clearance through, and on the first one, when I hit this case hardening, I knew it. I was afraid I wasn't going to get it through, but I did. The next 3, they were really good, because I knew. And I counterbored these for the shear line T-nuts. And I ordered a 5/16 solid carbide stubby drill. That was the last video. You saw me counterbore these and make sure that the Allen screw would go a little below flush. And I stoned it. Then I said, I don't know why I would want a 4-inch vise for my shear line mill. Okay. That vise will now bolt directly to my milling table or the aluminum fixture plate. Yeah. I'm no fool, no siree. I turned 65 June 7th. I didn't live to be 63. Okay, now, my impressions. The vise, right? The thing I'm reviewing, my impressions. For the machinery that's intended for a Chinese mini mill, it's good. For a shear line milling machine, it's insane. But I have that bad habit of making things that are too big for my machine work. And plus, I need that 4-inch vise for the next big project, my aluminum. Let me zoom this thing out a bit. The aluminum plate with the XY base and the heads bolt to, or should I say the columns bolt to. I'm doing that up with a twist. I want the 4-inch vise for drilling the holes in the shear line riser blocks. They're getting bolted to that aluminum plate for the mounting points for the vertical heads. I've got standard vertical head, and I have the 8 direction shear line vertical head. They're both going to be able to be bolted there for utility. And I needed the 4-inch vise for drilling those riser blocks. Mm-hmm. And also I needed it for drilling another project that involves a Proxon drill press stand without the drilling part. Got to be able to get a part for that. Anyway, and I was planning that Proxon drill stand and a Micromake 1/4-inch drill. I'd be able to drill the holes through that aluminum plate for tapping, 1/4 clearance. As soon as it's back in stock, I'm ordering it. But I must go on so I can do preliminaries, drill the riser blocks, tap them, get them ready. Another project coming up. 2-inch boring head, 1/2-inch shank mounting, right? This thread is bigger than 3/4 16, but it's not big enough that I can just drill and tap it 3/4 16. So I'm going to have to drill and tap it 3/8 24. I have an adapter for that already. Then it will get mounted on my shearline rotary table. Then my tooling in here and the part I'm cutting a radius on in the milling machine coming out the headstock horizontal boring mill style down the length of the table. With the rotary table to control all of this. Review of this. This is the 2-inch boring head that Micromark sells for, amazingly enough, $99. And it's worth it. Yeah. The one thing someone will complain about is that this isn't hardened. I tested it with my sort of like a Noga deburrer, and it took it off nice. So I'll be able to drill and tap this, no sweat. Then, with the 3/8 24 there, it'll thread onto my shearline drill chuck adapter that goes into the headstock and has a draw bolt, boring head. And of course there's that other use, well, a couple other uses. One is adjustable fly cutter, but some people frown on that. And then there's tree panning head. Yeah. Anyway, future project. I'm going to go for now, and that's like 30 seconds. I got to stop this recording and start another one because I have a special comment. Yeah. Anyway, good night from California. Remember, there are other diseases beside Corona-19. And there are a whole world of dirty people out there leaving their germs on everything they touch. So perhaps you should keep on wearing a mask and pick up wearing gloves. Good night, California.